Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. I'm back at it again with another live nightly digital show. Got another great show lined up for you tonight. First, now ex UFC fighter Chael Sonnen is coming for Bronny James following his cardiac arrest. Dan Patrick has harsh words for Deshaun Watson, and Jaylen Brown has a big new plan for Boston, as well as taking his plan nationwide following the signing of his new extension. All that and more here tonight on Talking and Grubbing, live nightly digital show, which tips off right here, right now. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to another edition of Talking and Grubbing live nightly digital show. How's everybody doing on this Thursday? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. We're slowly but surely getting closer to the weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. I know a lot of you are excited about that. Most of you be off this weekend, and I know you can't wait. Y'all been working hard all week. So y'all just ready to just relax, chill, enjoy time with your family, friends, loved ones, or just relax. And I can't blame you. All right, got my grub here. Got some broccoli and baked chicken right here I'm about to get into right quick. Sorry for the delay. Had a little StreamYard issue. Man, it's so good. This is definitely good. And once again, I apologize for the late start, good people, due to a technical issue with my StreamYard. Greatly apologize for that. All right, let's get into it. First story I have lined up is After Bronny James, the son of NBA superstar LeBron James, suffered his cardiac arrest Tuesday, former UFC fighter Chael Sonnen claims that Bronny James's cardiac arrest was caused from steroids. Now, a lot of you may know, and some of you may not know, that Sonnen a few months ago went on a podcast making those same accusations about LeBron, saying that he's been using steroids for a decade due to the fact that they have, quote unquote, the same drug guy. Sonnen put out a tweet saying this, and I quote, "If you do not properly monitor your EPO use, you can experience cardiac arrest and die in your sleep. If you do not properly monitor your EPO use and you go into cardiac arrest in front of other people, there's a good chance somebody will get you help in time and you will survive. If you monitor your EPO use, but you combine it with testosterone, you have a whole other set of problems in front of you." Hoping we can chalk it up this to, quote unquote, lesson learned. You know what? Someone was just on some asshole tip here, because this is an 18-year-old kid who just suffered cardiac arrest, and you're gonna put out this tweet accusing him months after you accused his father, where you don't have any proof, you don't have any evidence. You saying this same drug guy, you haven't talked about the facility he gets it, that LeBron gets it from, or where he's getting it for Bronny. You're just saying a lot of this stuff because you have animosity towards LeBron, because he tried to hit on your wife back in the day, and you've been using it ever since then. And maybe she was giving him some vibes too, because hey, he's the biggest star. You're not. You weren't even a big star in the UFC. There was a lot of guys bigger and better than you. And your record ain't even all that. Like, come on. There's guys who knock your records out the water. But if I'm LeBron and Bronny, because Bronny is 18 now, both of them need to sue Sonnen and ESPN for slander and libel, because he's saying all these things without proof, and a lot of his answers are vague, like the whole same drug guy thing. I mean, why not give up the name? Why not at least give up the facility, or at least where the city or state is located in? A lot of this stuff is trivial, but we should have called this out months ago. But some of y'all content creators, some of you fans, some of y'all got this damn hatred for LeBron so much that a lot of you will believe anything based on your hate for him. And now it's filtering to his son. Now a lot of y'all saying LeBron should sue and his son should sue. But y'all weren't saying that a few months ago. A lot of y'all was drinking the Kool-Aid. But I always knew Sonnen was a clout chaser. I mean, come on, have we lost our sense of discernment? Back in the day, no matter if we had issues with that person or not, we still had our discernment to know when it's truth and when there's BS. But now we're just so, we just have such a hate bias. We don't know we don't have that discernment. We don't know the difference between truth. Well, no, we don't want it filtered between truth or lying, because we're just so soaked in our hate. But LeBron and Bronny need to sue someone, because he's coming out with all these false claims that he can't even back up. Like, dude, were you there when they were peeing in the cup? Were you there with the lab, testing their results? Like, come on, where's your proof, Sonnen? The burden of proof is on you, which you don't have. A lot of this is nothing but cloud chaser. He's mad because he's a burnt out USC fighter that never really made it. Nobody don't even know who he is. Hell, he ain't really that damn known on ESPN. If it weren't for calling the UFC with Joe Rogan, I can't stand him because he's a racist bastard. But if it wasn't for that, you just be a footnote in UFC history, Sonnen. So, man, dude, you need to quit clout chasing. And also, if I'm Bronny James and LeBron, I'm suing him and ESPN, because this is just getting ridiculous. I mean, come on. That boy could have died. And you sitting there making that tweet instead of just saying, you know, I wish him a speedy recovery. You want to sit up and clout. You want to take this opportunity to clout chase just to put out another accusation about somebody. Just because you have animosity towards his father. I mean, come on, your beef should be with the father, not his kid. So, man, we got to do better. We got to do better than this. And Sonnen's nothing but a clout chasing asshole who couldn't even make it in the UFC in his own profession. All right. Getting off my soapbox here. All right, let me take a quick commercial break. Let you hear a word from our partners at BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action.
All right, I'm back, good people. Now, if you tried other bet sporting websites, you feel they're not giving you the opportunities that you want to bet or a chance to win, well, BetUS is the one for you. It's easy betting. Also, you get easy payouts with your winnings. Sign up now by using my link. And after you put down your first deposit, you'll get a 125% sign up bonus. Just type in the promo code JOIN125. You can bet on any sport you want. The remainder of this MLB season, the upcoming NFL season, the upcoming college football season, whatever the sport is, BetUS has got you. BetUS, where the game begins. On to the next story. Now, Deshaun Watson has been receiving a lot of criticism from the media after he gave his response in training camp the other day. He was responding to the narrative that he felt the media put out there while he was going through his ordeal with being accused of sexual assault by 28 different women who happen to be massage therapists. And a lot of people were definitely on him for that last year. Excuse me. And he was just giving his response to what he had learned from it. Also, how he's trying to move forward and to focus on this upcoming NFL season. Matter of fact, if you missed his interview, here's the clip.
Games with Georgia, 815 Hampton Square, the session apartments, that type of situation of, when I was a young kid, I didn't think of the NFL. I didn't know I was going to make it out of high school. My mom being having tongue cancer, not being able to eat solid food ever again. Not having a father figure in my life ever. Probably 27 years, only seeing him 4 times. And different stuff like that is things that people don't really get to hear about. Especially last year has been, the media directing and narrating something else. It's been kind of overshadowed. So having an opportunity to tell that story in front of those guys and look their teammates in their eyes and be able to touch them and let them know how, why I am who I am, is definitely about. Kevin said he found you.
All right, so that's Deshaun Watson's interview for those of you who haven't seen it. Now, Dan Patrick, the host of the hit NBC sports show, The Dan Patrick Show, he gave a harsh response to Deshaun Watson's interview yesterday on his show. I'm going to play the audio. I'll be back with my take. All right, that's enough of that. Now, first of all, getting what Deshaun Watson basically said, he was saying all the things that he learned over the past year. And also, yes, the media, y'all do have some blame for this. How the hell you don't? That's been a problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all always want to report these stories, but then when somebody respond to you, you want to get defensive and say, how dare he talk about us? How dare he call us out? You deserve to be called out. People like you, Dan Patrick, didn't y'all learn in journalism school or any communications class that there are two sides to every story? We only got these women's side, got the women's side of the story. We never got Deshaun Watson side of the story. And there were some things that definitely was an advantage for Deshaun Watson that a lot of y'all chose to ignore because a lot of y'all just looked at all these women. But when it came to Ben Roethlisberger, y'all gave him the benefit of the doubt. Hell, when it came to Josh Brown, a lot of y'all didn't say shit. Not one damn word about Josh Brown, who not only abused his wife, but he also kept journals of all the stuff he did to her. I didn't hear y'all ranting and raving about that then, yelling, oh, nobody should want to see the Giants because of Josh Brown, or nobody wants to see the Steelers because of Big Ben. Like, y'all hypocrites. Y'all some major hypocrites. A lot of y'all yelled that y'all stand with women and believe all women. No, you don't. You got selective outrage. Matter of fact, Dan Patrick, you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Joe Mixon, he pulled a gun on a woman last year. I didn't hear you say one damn word on your show. Jackson Carmen did inappropriate things with a minor. You didn't say one damn word on your show about the Bengals need to cut them or they shouldn't be on prime time because of what they've done. Now, also, if the Browns are winning and they're in the thick of the playoff hunt, they're going to get flexed into prime time because we've seen a lot of people who've done a lot of BS get primetime games. It didn't stop him. Okay? Tyreek Hill. Hell, he was accused of abusing his own son. It didn't stop them from playing Chiefs games on national TV. Like I just mentioned with Big Ben. Look at what he was accused of. Didn't stop them from playing Steeler games on national TV. You know, you say, well, who would want to see the Browns because of Deshaun Watson? Come on, if that was the case, there's a lot of freaking franchises should not be seen on TV because some of the BS their players have done. Okay, back in, the Ray Lewis era, maybe the Ravens shouldn't have gotten a lot of primetime games because he was a part of a murder. But yeah, y'all do need to be called out because a lot of y'all created the narrative, created narratives instead of just getting the whole story. Now, yeah, there's some things Deshaun Watson did to set himself up, but just to make him, just to label him as a creep and a rapist and all that, just because some women say it, despite the fact there was also a lot of these women that just jumped on this for money. And he wasn't indicted by 2 grand juries. He was never charged criminally. A lot of y'all have created a narrative. Y'all basically already found this man guilty in the court of public opinion, no matter what he said or what he's done. That man could definitely been remorseful for all that he done. A lot of y'all still be like, well, we got to remember he did this. Or remember, he did that. Like, man, Dan Patrick, come off your high and mighty soapbox. A lot of you media members are damn hypocrites. Y'all are some big time hypocrites. Y'all didn't yell they shouldn't be showing any more New England Patriots games because of Robert Kraft getting caught getting a massage with a happy ending in a massage parlor. Y'all didn't yell that they should stop showing Washington games because of all the shit that Daniel Snyder was accused of when he was on there. And that was multiple women that accused him of sexual harassment. And he also ducked and dodged a subpoena by Congress. But I didn't hear a lot of y'all talking about that. So yeah, Y'all do create narratives. Y'all do have selective outrage. I've always felt that way. A lot of media are biased for either people or certain things that they like. Anything they're biased against is fair game. Anything that they're biased for or that makes them money or gets them ratings for their networks, y'all love it. And y'all wonder why y'all got an 18% approval rate because of things like this. You're not being objective, you're being subjective. Like, let's get all the facts, not just get things that just makes us feel good or just because we got a certain bias towards it. That's not what journalism is all about. Journalism is supposed to be getting to the truth and telling the story, not creating one. And with this, a lot of y'all created one. And also, another thing, y'all pissed about him getting that contract. You're also pissed about he only ended up getting 11 games instead of getting a full year. Matter of fact, some of your friends in the media were saying that he should get 2 full years. Or he should get every count for every woman like it's a damn prison sentence. Okay? It's just funny. It's just funny that y'all want the NFL to be judge, jury, executioner on some things, but y'all don't want them to be doing it on all things, especially when it's for players or teams that you like. All right, good people. I'm going to take another quick pause. I'll be right back, so don't go away. All right, I'm back, good people. Just had to calm down after I went off on my tangent. Now, on to the next story. Jaylen Brown plans to create a new Black Wall Street in the city of Boston after signing his $304 million extension the other day for 5 years. He definitely says he wants to crack down on the economic disparity within the Black community in Boston. Here's what he had to say in his press conference. I'll be right back with my take.
Jaylen, what do you plan to do with the generational wealth, and what do you plan to do off and on the floor with this new contract?
Well, that's a great question. I want to launch a project to bring Black Wall Street here to Boston. I want to attack the wealth disparity here. I think there's analytics that supports that, stimulating the wealth gap could actually be something that could be betterment for the entire economy. With the biggest financial deal in NBA history, it makes sense to talk about one, your investment in community, but two, also, the wealth disparity here that nobody wants to talk about. It's top 5 in the U.S. It's something that we can all improve on. It's unsettling. And I think through my platform, through influential partners, through selected leaders, government officials, a lot who are in this room, that we can come together and create new jobs, new resources, new businesses, new ideas that could, highlight minorities, but also stimulate the economy and the wealth gap at the same time. I think that could be a mix of commercial entities, real estate, residentials as well. Boston could be, a fully integrated, self-sufficient, hub, attacking minorities and stimulating the wealth gap. I think Boston could be a pilot, not just for wealth disparity here in the U.S., but also for around the world. So you asked me what I wanted to do or what I want to do. One, I want to, attack that wealth gap here in Boston, create a project. Also, I want to help stimulate the overall economy, and I want to bring Black Wall Street here to Boston.
Jaylen.
All right, so that was Jaylen Brown on what he wants on the project that he wants to develop, starting there in Boston. Got to give a great shout out to him for wanting to do that. That's definitely a hell of a way of giving back, because of course a lot of athletes don't think about that. And I definitely see that he has a vision for his plan in his old response there in that press conference. He's talking about giving Black people opportunity to obtain real estate, also create their own business, also create jobs within these communities in Boston, as well as around the country, if not around the world. That's definitely a great plan right there by Jaylen Brown. I fully support that. But the fact is, part of me is scared, because now that he's saying this, they might try to find ways to block his progress. We all know Boston has a massive history of racism. Not to say that other cities don't have their history of racism, but we all know Boston is very notorious for its racism. We've heard the stories that have come out of Boston, especially with the busing situation back in the 70s. Also, we've heard a lot of African American players who played in Boston have their issues with racism. Matter of fact, most recently, Marcus Smart, when he played for the Celtics, he was crossing the street to head over to the arena, of course, to prepare for either a game or practice. And this car speeding right in his path, he had to get out of the way. And the person out the window called him the N-word. But definitely hope Jaylen can get it off the ground, and is very successful, and it paves the way to definitely address the wealth gap racially here in this country, and give Black people better opportunities. Also give inspiration to want to start doing their own thing, create a new Black Wall Street. But Like I said, I'm just afraid that they may try to do things to sabotage him and his plan. Also, they might try to come up with some type of drama to make sure this whole thing doesn't come to fruition and make sure he doesn't progress in his plan. That's definitely my fear. But I hope that Jaylen Brown definitely gets that off the ground, because that would definitely be something. And that would be a great opportunity to build a new Black Wall Street. All right, I'm going to take another quick commercial break. I'm going to tell you what's on my mind before we wrap up tonight. Don't go away.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, I'm back, good people. Now I'm about to wrap up with what's on my mind. Now, earlier I went on my rant about Dan Patrick, with his reaction to Deshaun Watson's training camp interview. Today, mainstream media has a massive problem with just putting out narratives instead of just getting the whole side of the story. Not to say back in the day, mainstream media still got both sides of the story, but at least they were more fair with it. It wasn't a lot of bias. It wasn't agendas. It wasn't narratives being said. It was just reporting the story, not creating one. If you want to create a story, then write fiction, write screenplays. When it's the news, you don't have to create the story. The story tells itself in the details that you received and researched. But my problem is the hypocrisy of a lot of the media. Like, you give one person a pass, but then you want to go hard in the paint on another. Like with this whole Deshaun Watson thing. There have been multiple players who had domestic issues. Nobody calls them out. Like I said, Jackson Carman of the Cincinnati Bengals doing inappropriate things with a minor. Nobody calls that out. Everybody's been hush-hush about that. Same with Joe Mixon pulling a gun out on a woman. Nobody says anything. But with Deshaun Watson, it seem like people ready to serve him up and just put him in jail and throw away the key. Heck, even with Ben, y'all gave him the benefit of the doubt and waited for all the facts to come out. With Watson, he didn't get charged criminally. He didn't go to trial. He didn't end up doing any prison time, and he wasn't indicted, but y'all still made him guilty. That's why the media has an 18% approval rate, because of stuff like this. Y'all not consistent. Y'all only want to go, a lot of y'all are going by what you feel instead of just reporting the facts, and also letting the whole story play itself out. Now look, I've gotten crap on social media for just saying, hey, a lot of these women weren't honest in their stories. But I'm just saying we gotta get all the facts. We can't just jump on everything just because somebody tells us something, or it sounds good, or it justifies our feelings. We definitely have to be smarter than that. Whole lot smarter. Just saying. And I'm also not dismissing any woman who goes through any type of sexual misconduct, because that's a serious thing and that's not a joke. I know some women who've gone through that. I've definitely known women who've gone through sexual misconduct. So I would never dismiss that. But also, if it's proven that they're doing this just to get money, it needs to be called out. Don't just sit there just because you're trying to just set up a narrative where you want to make one person look like the bad guy and make the other person look innocent. But anyways, y'all, that's my take. I'm getting out of here for tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in, whether you tuned in on Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. Just appreciate all y'all taking time out your night to hang out with me for a while. If you like to support the channel, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. Here's the Cash App cash tag, $ talking and grubbing. Also, here's the PayPal email address, talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Any donations you give to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all you supporting the channel, past and present. Thank y'all so much. Tomorrow night, I'll be back with Free for All Friday at 8 o'clock. So until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your day. I'm out. See y'all tomorrow.